Hey everybody, how's it going? Slipping in one more live stream before I go away for the holidays for a little bit. And yes, it's an Electro Saturday today. What's up, David Bora? Yes, 343 squad on its way. Luminous Cloud, the Zoid is prepping. It's spelled with an I, Luminous Cloud. Yes, indeed. I appreciate, Luminous Cloud, your activity in the chat, asking questions, starting conversations. Definitely helps. You're like a hype man on the side there. Thanks for that. Who else is here early? We got Marcus Shogu. We've got Paul Hackner, Stereo Decor in Batumi, Georgia. Will Joseph, sorry to disappoint you, no techno today. I'll make sure to start off with techno when we're back from the break. Josh Holiday, Acid Bats, Tom Relic, and Wave Jumper. In the UK, rainy today, huh? Interlaced just jumped in. Hey, let's go. I agree. Let's dive right in. Hey everybody, welcome to Selway's Techno and Electro Saturdays here on 343 TV, brought to you by 343 Labs Music Production School. Let me bring my lyrics down low and give you a big, deep voice. How do you like that? Hey, what's up? My chat isn't working today. That's annoying. Why is that? I'm going to have to fix that. No time to do that now. Let's talk about what 343 Labs is for a minute, because that's what I do when I introduce the show, right? We're a music production school in New York City and in Berlin and online. We've got synthesis and sound design and Ableton Live and Logic and arranging and composition and mixing and mastering and live performance and mentoring and live performance opportunities. And we got a one-year program that's going to start in the fall. And we've got a bunch of people signed up. And I think the deadline just passed. So if you wanted to do the one-year program, I think that might be it. But if you're still interested to know about all of that and what we do, you've got the links below to click on. Please click on them if you have any more detailed questions. You want to know more detailed information is what I meant to say about 343 Labs and what we do. So, yeah, I mentioned last week that I was going to go on a break. And then I said goodbye, have a nice summer when I had one more to go. So sorry if it was confusing at the end there. We had a great feedback session. D from Drunken Kong. It was really good to get to know him, make that connection a little deeper and listen to music together. And I don't know. I hope you guys out there who saw that enjoyed it. And thanks again to all of the people who to everyone who submitted their tracks last week. There was a lot of really good stuff. So looking forward to doing that again next time with some Electro. That's something I'm working on to do when we come back, end of the summer, August into September, around that time. So definitely we'll give that announcement when it's when we're ready to get some more submissions for another feedback session. One other point of business: a couple weeks ago, I gave away some codes for the remix, the Depths by A. Paul, which I did remixes for on Bandcamp, and also for the new Serotonin release that's available on Bandcamp and vinyl right now. A couple of you contacted me to get your codes. I'll just remind you guys again, if you're out there and you forgot, send me a message on Instagram or join the Discord community for 343 Labs. Our server link is in the description. And that's actually, if you want to do any feedback sessions, the Selway feedback channel on our Discord server is where you want to be. So go there and say, hey, you owe me a code. I took down everybody's screen names that I owed codes to, so I'll know who you are. No faking it. And let me know if you didn't get your free download code for either Depths or the Millennium Sound remixes. You know how to find me. All right. Again, Selway Music on Instagram. You can send me a message there, or you can send me a message via the 343 Labs Discord. And the link to join that is below. All right. So what are we doing today? It's Electro today. I've been working on a track. You've heard me, those of you who've been paying attention. I've had a techno track I was kind of working to completion, and an electro track I've been working to completion. The electro track I've been working on is a little more kind of musical, smooth, speeding through the universe kind of a track. Still kind of want to do some more thinking about where I'm going to go with that before I bring it on again. So today, just taking it easy. I've opened up a sketch that I did on the stream some months ago. Actually, more than some months ago. It was from the end of last year. And this is one where I was playing around with, there was like the Robotron sound generator webpage that I was showing you guys. And so it's got this 80s arcade robot kind of sounding vibe that I think is very electro, and that's what we're doing. So we'll dive into that very shortly. I've got it right here, ready to go. Let's check in with the chat before we go forward. In case you guys have any questions. Got Steve Leich on Facebook. Hey, what's up? Thank you very much. Thanks for the good family holiday wishes. And yeah, Simple Sam, this is the last one for a little while. At least 3 or 4 weeks, I would say. Most of July, we're going to be off. There may be, who knows if 343 TV is going to do anything else, but I personally will not be back for about a month. And hey, Sean Hodson, hello. Nice to have you. Interlaced, not doing feedback today. Sorry for any confusion. We did feedback last week. We always give notice well ahead of time, like a couple of weeks ahead in the Discord. And I also mention when I have a date for a feedback session, I will announce it here on the stream. So keep watching and I'll let you know when it's time, or join the Discord and you'll get a notification there when there's a new feedback session coming up. Awesome. Luminous Cloud's going to be in Peru. Fantastic. Miraflores in Lima. That would be amazing. Yeah, I went down there. DJ'd a couple times in Lima. I'm sure you're going to have a blast down there. That's going to be great. And hey, Acidbat, what's up? Acidbat has a brisket on the smoker. I would, you know what? If I could be there right now, because that's one of my favorite things, like barbecue brisket is one of my favorite things. So a little bit jealous of you, Acidbat, that you got that going on. Wish I could be there to share with you. And wow, hey, oxygen levels critical. Nice to have you here. You've just got an MS-20, and that is very exciting. MS-20s are dope. They sound cool. I need to play. I know there's software versions of it. I need to play around with it more. I need, in general, I feel like I need to play around with things that you can patch more. I'm so I'm so addicted to my in the box, plug-in Ableton Live workflow. And of course, you can do virtual modular synthesis on a computer, but it's still like I feel like patching needs to be done with your hands with cables. Like it's, I don't know. I remember learning how to build Reactor instruments and like dragging like little points to little points. It's so tedious. Anyway, Funky Funk, what's up? Shake the Snow. That's right. Yeah, you found an old track of mine. Cool. Yeah, I did that many years ago. It actually came out years after on Throne of Blood Records here in New York. And and I did like kind of an electro remix of that. And what's kind of funny is my studio used to be on a kind of a balcony with skylights over it. And it was literally the snowing was coming down on the skylights, and I can hear this little like white noise kind of soft thing. And I was like, I'm going to make some shakers that sound like snow falling. And then I signed the track to the label, and they totally thought that the snow was something completely different. So I'll just leave it there. I just thought that was a funny anecdote to know about that track. All right. Enough chatting, although I wouldn't mind just hanging out and talking, but let's make some music, and we can see what I've got here, a little bit of a sketch. Hopefully it sounds okay. Crossed my fingers. I only listened to it for like a second this morning when I was deciding on what to load up today on my laptop speakers. How's that? You could bring the volume up a little bit. Luminous Cloud and Paul Hackner are talking about Laid Back White Horse. You know that track? That's amazing. All right, I'm jamming with this. Definitely got some robot funk vibes, right? I like how sparse and stripped down it is. I almost don't want to add too much more to it, but it needs variation. That's what I'm thinking about today. Something else needs to happen there. I mean, there's a good level up there, but I feel like right there is a good opportunity for a bit more power. All right, this is something I was just starting to play with. This is a new sound that came in. It's kind of chopped up a little bit. And then it's gone because I'm not done yet, right? So it's getting there. Okay. Just a minute and a half of a sketch here to build upon. So hopefully we're going to come up with some cool ideas. Now, I already have a couple of things in mind. One is what to happen here. Maybe like a deeper layer of bass. Like this doesn't really have a lot of low. I mean, it's got the kick. The kick is kind of thumpy, punchy. Right? It's compressed. It's tight. I like that. Maybe I could put in like a more of an 808 boom in there. Just an impact boom, you know, like a sub kind of impact. Or maybe something more cinematic sounding, like with a big reverb on it. I don't know. I'm thinking about what to, how to accent this. Another thing I like a lot are those old school orchestral stab kind of sounds, which will make it very, you know, if it'll give it the more 80s kind of Planet Rock-ish kind of a vibe. That's another idea. Luminous Cloud wants to hear microtonic generated patterns. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't want this. I know I want the beat not to be too layered. Like I like the tight, you know, kick, snare, hi-hat, occasional fill kind of a vibe. And rather than layering lots of syncopated percussion, I mean, okay, it might be cool to generate a part or two, but I kind of want to make variations in the beats rather than layer more beats. So, I mean, I'm already kind of starting to do that. So like, all right, I'm layering a couple of hi-hats here. And I'm not 100% sold on that 606 sample for the faster hi-hat that just came in. But anyway, doing fills. And then you can hear right here the beat changes. So it's going from a more straight one to a... Anthony Rother uses a beat like that a lot. It sounds really good on the dance floor too. It's like keeps the pressure up. It's you know, it's like forward momentum. Actually, while I'm talking about the beat, this is one thing I was thinking of doing, is making it a 2-bar with variation and adding another kick drum at the end. Yeah, just extra little bit of variation, and you hear that a lot. You hear that a lot in electro and techno and different genres where there's like kind of a B section within a loop, and then that repeats. All right, and I also got to fix this thing up. I'm editing this and kind of doing that polyrhythm on top, and calling and doing a call and response with that other sound. Right, and here's what I'm thinking is maybe I'll just repeat it. And then maybe that's overlapping. It'll be tighter if I don't overlap those. All right. Now, I like what's happening here as a variation. I'm not sure if it's happening in the right place, though. Yeah, maybe it's okay. Let's move these. These are some things that I recorded from that website. I'm just going to move those over and maybe figure out what they are and use them later. Let's duplicate those. Those are... Can we even hear those? Maybe those need to be longer. And then... All right. This kind of music is, with these little things changing, this kind of music, this type of vibe, where I want to have some small, intricate call and response, A/B stuff. It's tedious. It slows me down, but I'm going to force my way through it. All right. The other thing about this, all right, I'm just coming up with ideas and doing some things while I think about it and saving other things for later. Like, I like that sound, but it needs more impact. I feel like it needs more oomph underneath. It needs a sound. Oxygen Level Critical says deploy the vocoder. Wow, should I just say deploy the vocoder? I always get hung up about lyrics. I think about it too hard. I usually think like I've been planning to do some more electro with vocals. I can't do it on camera with you guys. I'm too it's too much of I have this personal hang up about writing lyrics and doing vocals sometimes. So I'm going to have to prepare ahead for that, right? But anyway, good idea. Thinking about it. All right, this one, it's like, I feel like I want it to sound tighter. Like if I make them shorter. What? Okay, there we go. But like this one, you don't hear as much, that first one. So I'm being so picky right now. Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking it. All right, let's think about this again. And then a long one. And then either something different or a variation of this. Yeah, something... That's cool. I kind of like that. Well, remains to be seen. Okay, so that's kind of the vibe. I need to find some more variations and things to chop up with that. Before I go further, though, I'm also thinking about the structure of this. Is this the right place to be doing those edits in terms of the arrangement? So we have this section. It's 32 bars. And we definitely want some more bass in this. I'm thinking that this little fill and variation here needs to happen later. Yeah, I think, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and insert some time here. Insert silence. Oops, well, it was the wrong way, but we'll do it. We'll bring these back. Hey, Anthony, nice to have you. Glad you're here. Now I'm nervous again. Darn it. Really gotta do well here. I think it's okay, like if sometimes you see me like working and kind of struggling through ideas and trying to figure things out, because it's real. Like, you know, this happens when I'm working by myself and I'm not talking to anybody, and it's just like it doesn't always flow completely smooth, right? Depends on how you're feeling that day. It depends on the idea, whether it's working or not. Who knows? There's a lot of different reasons. I personally am slightly distracted by all the other things going on in my life right now. And I'm about to go out of town and all the stuff I got to finish and wrap up and pack and everything. Maybe this isn't even the most ideal time to be creative right now, but also you got to show up and work, even if you don't feel like it sometimes. And that applies to art and music just as much. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Anthony. Yes, doing fine. If I'm going to make this section longer, I need a fill in the middle. Yeah, and probably some kind of effect or a little crash or I don't know. Will that work? We'll just have it stop for a moment. I like it when you have those little tight stops in a groove. Did that just loop? It did. Silly me. Gotta be careful. All right, going back to where that section starts. Like a little splash right there. Let's find a weird percussion sound. I'm just gonna try to throw some samples in there today rather than get crazy with a synthesizer. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Special processed or just processed? It doesn't matter. Strikes. Can you hear the... Those might not be coming through properly. There we go. That's kind of a cool sound. That's a cool sound. They're very electro, aren't they? Oops. Silly me. Oh, I think I messed up the routing there for a second with the audio. Hopefully it didn't drop out for you guys. So yeah, I'm going through. I don't know if that's right, but I'm just going to throw something in there and see if it works. Tuning is weird. That sounds nice low, huh? Rusty boy, what's up? I'm just using keyboard and trackpad today. Unless I have a MIDI keyboard if I need to play some like real music for a second. All right, that wasn't so bad. I'm not sure about if I'm in a key or not, but it sounds kind of okay there. It's a little more of a note than I was originally thinking. I was thinking more like cymbal or something noisy. If we were doing like a sound design day, I might try to make sounds like this, but today I'm cheating. Going through the sample library. These are crazy sounds. Whoa. Synthesizers are great, even when you're using samples of them. None of them are jumping out at me, though. Whoa. I've used that one before, I think. But why not? See, that one's, it's got some tone in it, but it's a little more noisy. It's more like a crash, though, right? It's a little more splashy. And that's more what I was thinking of. All right, so the next thing I need to think about that I was talking about doing was adding more bass in this part. And whether I want it to be kind of a droney kind of synth, or like a distorted 808, or it could be just another layer of kick drums. It could be like pulsing 808 kind of. There's a lot of different ways we could go with that. And then I was also thinking about maybe doing like a hit, like some things. All right, this is getting a little bit sound designy, but what if we just do some quick FM synthesis? And well, that's really not what I was thinking at all. Something's going to happen, I promise. I remember, Anthony, you saying something in the past about FM wasn't your favorite. Anyway, I'm trying to just get some interesting overtones in this, but probably going to end up filtering it. And then using a lot of reverb or something, because I want it to be kind of like a resonant, ringy impact with a little bit of low end. Let's see. Too soft, but somewhere in there. Yeah, that's really, really spacey now. I'm going to pump that up a little bit. Woo! A little noisy now. Is that going to work? I don't know. No. It doesn't have the vibe that I want at all. Swing and a miss. Let's listen to Selway play the same note over and over again for half an hour. What do you think? Yeah, it's not doing it. This is kind of why, honestly, I was not wanting to go more into sound design today because I realize that that's not where my head is at in this process. So I don't know. Let's pause for a moment. It's about halfway through the hour, and let's chat about what's going on. Luminous Cloud likes the harmonics. Yeah, I was kind of playing around with that, but it's going to take a switch of focus and getting into some details of the synth that like it's taking me away of the vibe that I started with. So that's not good, right? And then I like the Silver Knobs is saying reverb is the most overrated effect, but you can't stop using it. Yeah, I know. That's another thing. Like, all right, I'm going to ditch this sound probably. Yes, I'm going to ditch this sound. But like, this is so dry. So if I started washing out with too much reverb, and then it's going to take away from that dry, tight vibe, which I like, like that has atmosphere, and I like that sound better. And, maybe a little reverb or a delay on that would be fine, just to give it some shimmery space or something, but that's not taking away from the power. Whereas this kind of filtered, overtony, harmonic, reverby thing was like that was just not the right sound for that. Simple Sam, thank you. Yes, sound design content is great, but also like if I'm not feeling it, it's not great for me. Alrighty. Josh Holiday liked the first one. Okay. Good. That's good. I want to go in a little bit of a different direction, maybe. And maybe do more in a sort of bass. It's got kind of a bass thing. Like this sound. I was playing around with this as well. I've got this resonator on it to kind of give it some stereo imaging and some kind of metallic ringiness. I could maybe layer this with more of a sub. That's one of the things I was thinking of. Right? And maybe bring that in that spot that I was thinking that it needs more power, right? That would be an easy thing to start with. I could just layer this sample or make a new track and get back. All right, I guess we're back to work. Sometimes I just need a slight change of perspective to and then go back in real quick. All right, let's try this. Oops, I want to copy, not. There we go. Now I don't know what note that is. Shall we? All right, Simple Sam, you're gonna get a little more sound design again. All right, that's playing a sample in a totally wrong key, so. Okay. Yeah, just trying to make a sub, right? And fill in the bass for that other instrument. Let's saturate. It's kind of growly because I've got that sub oscillator in there. I've got like some undertones going on there. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah. All right, it's going in the right direction. Probably need some tweaking. It's thick. It's dirty. Did that do it? Is it that give me the energy that I wanted? Or should it be tighter? Does it need to be tighter? Or less character? Should it be more just a sine wave? sure. It's by itself, it's kind of floppy, right? It's not tight. Maybe I should do more like that. Now it sounds like a 303. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like it was too floppy. Now, whether they fit together or not, because there's some weird detuning, some weird kind of stuff going on with the resonator, and also the original sample is kind of weird, right? I don't want it to sound that acidy. And it's getting that way. How did that happen? That's better. Thicker. Now, Simple Sam is mentioning the resonance, the resonator, the less spectral. Yeah, and that. I was going back and forth when I originally put this on. Was like, do I like it like that or like that? Or I was trying to find a balance to have a little bit of both. There's also that. Whoa. But then there's that, like the video game tight, low bit rate, Robotron vibe of the dry signal. Yeah, maybe it just needs to be subtle. I don't know. Whoa. I think that's better, right? It's like tight. Yeah, I think we're going in the right way. This is good. And then something has to change there. Also, this layer needs to match that one, which is not right. Let's bring this down, and then I have to transpose it. Oops, I did it again. Undo, 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 undo. Okay. Option, please work. I swear I held it down before. There we go. And then I can fill these in. But now maybe I want like a sustained underneath it, like a dirty growl of a synth underneath that. Ooh, forgot about that one. Okay. What are you guys thinking? How are we doing? Luminous Cloud. Structure this puppy. Add the robo text. Yes. Yeah, that's coming. Not today. It's coming. Silver Knob says we need some dark strings. I have some strings, which I put in a while back, and then I wasn't sure. They're not that dark. A little bit. A little more like old school. work. Yeah, I feel like another bass hit to go bum, 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 to go with these crazy Robotron sounds. Now, it could be the same one, maybe. Maybe. I don't know if it's interesting enough by itself. I wonder if a more... you going to let me have a clip here or what? Here we go. My fingers are flying today. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. No. No. All right. That's not going to do it. What kind of synth what should I use? I mean, I could keep it simple. I could do like a Moog or something otherwise analog. Actually, let's do... There might be a sound in Cult already. There's a couple of presets in Cult that are kind of what I'm thinking. They're kind of sustained, slightly growly, modulating sounds. Let's see if that doesn't give us what we want a little bit. Oi, oi, oi. All right, I don't need arpeggiators or bells. They're so like... All right, no, again, turn off the arpeggiator. Or in those, I want sustained. I mean, okay, that's not quite what I was thinking of, but it's got energy. I mean, that sound needs some work. Is that, should I do something grindy maybe? No, it's already too bright. I need something more warm underneath, I think. So that last one was closer. Whoa. That's also going to be too bright. These are interesting. Right, that one, if it was rhythmic, might be interesting. All right, no promises here, but... Not loving it. You hear what I'm trying to do, right? Like, it sounds good by itself. I don't think it works with the video game sample. Like, maybe. That's a maybe, right? What does it sound like with this? I'm still stuck on the idea of a droning bass note. Like that. So I just haven't found the right one yet. You know, something to work with this. But brighter than that. I mean, what happens if I bring the this is going to mess the sound up. Show automation, put a little breakpoint. Oops. And that is the wrong track, of course. There we go. That's interesting. It's going to have to be another sound on another track. I feel like I'm stuck here, but I also feel like I need to break through to make this track like go in the right way. Let's zoom out again. All right, we've got about 10 minutes left-ish. I'm going to listen to this and try to reset my brain a little bit. And, okay, let's... So sparse in the beginning. I also feel like maybe some like atmosphere in the background would be good. That got turned up too loud. That's interesting. If I play around with that shift on the spectral resonator. Still not in love with this, but it's going in the right direction. I like that. All right, you know what? I just realized this is the wrong place. It's too soon to make such a radical change. And I think what especially bringing those the melody back in, it makes it smoother, less kind of dry and funked up, like it's making it more spacey. If I didn't use the strings, then maybe this part will work. That's an idea. Huh. I'm just thinking out loud right now. All right. The lower bass on this doesn't work. Maybe we just take it out of this. Have it no sub there. Yeah, now that it's funny, I like smoother, right? Maybe we save maybe that was the problem. Maybe this isn't working. As cool as that is, it's really intense. It's real. It could be too loud or whatever. For sure, though, I think in the structure of this, it's in the wrong place still. All right, it's tripping me up. And then I accidentally, this thing that I wasn't sure about actually sounds all right. Because like this one makes me want to keep dancing, and the other one made me like want to go, what the fuck? Excuse my language. All right, we're getting somewhere. All right, we need to keep duplicating these parts. And if we use the strings, they'll fit. Maybe they need a variation there. It's so, I don't know, the melody's a little cliche, but I love it. We love electro, right? It's so electro. All right, Anthony gives the thumbs up for this section, with this bass groove. It's definitely good for the dance floor. need to fix up some of these little fills and things. All right, and I also need to copy and paste precisely rather than rushing and being sloppy. All right, and then we need to go to another section after this, or go back to the part before it, maybe, but plus a new element. All right. Something sounds funny there. Maybe it's that, yeah, it's got to be short. Precise. That's going to work better. Okay. Yep. What should happen then? So yeah, this ended up being much better than I first thought. I don't want to mess it up. It might be a little bit too wet. There's a lot of reverb on it. Like, I want to see if we can make it slightly more dry and powerful here. It's got that nice phaser on it. All right. It's yeah, a little bit less of the built-in reverb, I think, was good for this sound. And this hasn't been EQ'd or compressed or anything yet. I can definitely punch it up in the mix. Let's see. Yeah, I like it better a little bit more dry. I'm trying to keep the beats and bass of this clean and sharp. All right. Could be a break, or we could just keep it rolling. Let's see how it works with the first section with the beat from the earlier part. Could work. There's also, this fill could happen again. And then we'll get rid of this, so it's not too cluttered. Now, Anthony's recommending FM modulating the bass sound. I mean, okay, this cult synth uses these complex oscillators. They're sort of like West Coast style cross modulation. They do some crazy stuff. But it's also easy to mess them up. Yeah, I just messed it up. I'm going to reload the preset and then go ahead and get rid of that extra reverb. Yeah, it's funny. They go in and out of phase and they sound different. little loud on that crash there. Oh, here we go. Forgot about this. Do you think that's too much? I really, of the brighter Robotron sounds, I love this one so much. It's such a nice vibe, that sound. It's so intense. But it kind of breaks up the roll of the bass groove. Maybe it's just too loud. Maybe. All right, I was trying to decide whether to keep this hi-hat in or not, but let's keep it in and just make it a variation. Never lose with that hi-hat pattern in Electro. All right, I have some ideas. It is 2 o'clock. It is time to wind it down. I made some progress. I mean, that's what this is all about. Is, taking these ideas that I started in the show when I was trying out a new plugin or just trying out a new concept or something. And this one again was based around these Robotron video game samples that I found a web page that has the original. It has an emulation of the original circuit. I'll have to share that again. Maybe I'll add it in the description below for those of you who missed it the first time around. It's really fun. So yeah, just that's what we did today. We were like, you're watching me struggle through this arrangement and coming up with some ideas, but I like where it's going, right? And I still want to go back and think about the structure of the drums and like making fills and variations and having different sections be distinct and not too repetitive, right? So that's where we'll go. It's going to be a little while though. As I said earlier, I'm taking a break in July to travel, so we'll be back late in the summer. And, of course, you'll hear about it. Hopefully, if you have subscribed and hit the notification button, you will be notified when we're coming back on. So thanks, everybody, again, for hanging out today. Anthony, really great to have you around. Thanks for the positive, for the moral support, all right? And all of the regulars, to all of you, thanks as always. And okay, last time I said have a nice summer prematurely. This time I'm taking a break over the month of July, and we'll announce when the next streams are coming back. So all of you have a wonderful summer wherever you are. Hope things are great. And one last reminder for those of you who won the free download codes for those 2 releases, for the Depths remixes and for the Millennium Sound, the new Serotonin record. If I haven't given you your code, message me either on Instagram, Selway Music, or come to the 343 Labs Discord. You can message me directly there, or you can find me in the Selway feedback channel. Just find me, just post there, hey, I owe you a code, whichever one it is. I've make sure you have your, you let me know your YouTube username, because that's how I'm referencing. Whatever your name was in the chat, that's what you need to give me to remind me that I owe you a code. So that's it. Again, see you later in the summer. Adios.
takes you to the zone. In the zone you're free to move through the stars. In the zone you see the Zoid never dies.